Yo guys, what's going on? LoneAzn here, back at you another video. And before we get into today's Tech Card Tuesday, just give you guys a little bit of update. I'm gonna be back doing full-time videos now that I'm got some of my medical issues sorted out. Have a lot more energy now, and I'm able to sit down and crank these videos out a lot more efficiently now. This is probably the third one I recorded today. Just to give you guys a little preview of what's to come. I have a expand deck for tomorrow already done. It's gonna be one that's already. It's a deck that a lot of people are hyping up to be best deck in format. I personally like it a lot. It's Turbo Turtles. It has a lot of good answers to things, and unfortunately, not a whole lot changes with the deck with Shining Legends. I played against some really annoying decks though, but that gave you some inspiration for future decks to do. Also, we have later this week we'll have a Insaner deck. That's a deck that I've been having a lot of success with online. It's a lot of fun. It's bringing back an old favorite that I think has a chance in the current format, and it's a lot of fun. And then also, so that will be Saturday's video, Friday or Saturday's video. I'm not sure which day I'll put that out. And then also, after this video, I'm going to be recording a quarter report for my Journey to Worlds. Spoiler alert: didn't do so hot this quarter, but hope to change that later. I'll give you guys a little tournament report later. That will probably be Thursday's video. But anyways, let's get into today's Tech Card Tuesday, and we're going to be looking at something that is more standard relevant this time instead of doing stuff that is more instead of doing things that are expanded relevant. Today we are going to be talking about Parallel City. Now, you guys know what Parallel City does. It's a stadium card. It has two sides to it, and depending upon which way you play it, a corresponding sign pointing to each player gives that player that effect. So, for example, if you play red side, the player with the red side, fire, grass, and water Pokemon do 20 less damage before weakness and resistance. No, I just unplugged my phone. I need this to charge. No. Alright, sorry guys. And then the blue side, the player that side is pointing towards the bench is limited to 3 Pokemon. This is really good in standard right now because of the amount of setup decks they are. You've seen people like Pablo Meza use this in his Gardevoir deck to, along with Guzma, to set up really brutal, savage PGXs. But as more as a general thing, it's really good against Volcanion, lowering their damage output by 20 before weakness and resistance. You might be thinking, oh, they can just steam up with 20 damage. That's quite a significant amount. Most times they are just hitting you just perfectly, or maybe 10 over, turning their one-shot into a two-shot, where you can then maybe punish them with either some kind of Acerola play, or maybe you can only two-shot them, so that gives you that one extra hit in to maybe get you ahead in the prize trade. It's really good against your Ninja. Lowering their Shadow Stitching down to 20 is really nice, and also so instead of them being able to do 2 Water Shurikens for 120 plus a Shadow Stitching for 160, 180 with the Choice Band, you drop their damage down to 160, which is a lot less things get knocked out with 160 than 180. 180 will kill a Tapu Lele, will kill a Drampa. 160, not really killing anything too relevant. That's EX or GXs. It will kill things like a Vikavolt, but that's about it. Also, limiting the bench to 3, and because the setup deck is really crucial, because if they have 5 Pokemon on their bench and you drop down this Parallel City, they have to discard 2. So, like, for example, against like a Metagross deck where they usually have like 3 Metagrosses, a Necrozma, and a Tapu Lele, maybe a second Tapu Lele, depending on how late in the game it is. You could Guzma up a Tapu Lele, forcing a Metagross onto the bench, and then play down this Parallel City, forcing to get rid of Tapu Lele, and then having to decide, do they need the Necrozma this matchup, or do they need the Metagross this matchup? And then also, if you're playing this like with something like along with Sylveon, PGX, really a brutal, devastating thing to things like Metagross, Tapu Bulu, Gardevoir, any deck that really that utilizes rare candy, really gets hurt by PGX. So Parallel City is a really nice way to get their resources off their bench, the resources that they want to have on the bench, and then or their backup attackers. Most people are going to discard their Leles, and then in Gardevoir, if you Parallel City them and plea them, It makes it really hard and then play up their attackers. They have no backup attack. They may have like an auxiliary on the bench or some other kind of support Pokemon that doesn't really have a great attack, and then you're able to either clean up or just push your advantage so far ahead that they are not able to recover. This is also going to be really good against decks like Zoroark in the future, because if you limit their bench to 3, they have to either discard their Zoroarks, their Lele's, or their attackers to keep up with that. Also, limiting their bench to 3 makes Zoroark's attack only able to hit for 80 instead of 100 base, which is, actually no, what is Zoroark? Sorry guys, hang on. I'm pretty sure Zoroark does 20 damage times for each Pokemon in play, so instead of being able to hit 120, they're only able to hit 120? They're only able to hit for 80 instead of 120, which is a pretty huge amount. Also, you can point a blue side towards you just to limit your own bench. Maybe you have some damaged Pokemon that you don't want your opponent taking easy prizes off of. Discard them. If you don't need them, discard them. Also, you can discard, easy prizes off your bench. Things like your Tapu Lele's, your Octilleries, if you know your opponent's going to try to go for them. We used to see Parallel City used a lot with Shamans to get Shamans off of your own bench. That way your opponent could not take any cheeky prizes. Against Tapu Bulu, though, also the red side's pretty relevant too, because instead of hitting 180 with their Nature's Judgment, I'm going to be hitting 160, 190 with the Choice Man. A lot of things in the current format have 210 or more, so it's pretty relevant to lower their damage. Parallel City is overall a good card. I think it's definitely a one-of if you're not playing your own stadium in your own deck. That is crucial to your strategy. A lot of Gardevoir players will play this as a one-of because Fairy Garden's not really that great. Turbo Dark would never play this because they need the Altar of the Moon. Volcanion probably wouldn't play this either, just because either way it screws them. Metagross was going to avoid this like the plague. What else is there in the format, guys? Drampagarb usually plays Po-Town. Same thing with Blissapod. They'll usually play Po-Town over Parallel City. So overall, guys, I think Parallel City is definitely a one-of, considering it's definitely a meta call, though. If you find that a good chunk of the field that you're playing against is going to be hurt by Parallel City, Parallel City is definitely worth as a one-of inclusion into the deck to hinder your opponent's setup or completely destroy their setup in some cases. Let me know what you guys think about Parallel City down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, peace out.